G'day, guys, and welcome back to another Thursday night live stream. Great to have you all here. Tell you what a fantastic show last week. Our largest show we ever had. 10,200 people have watched it, so it was a great turnout last week. Let's hope a lot of these guys, the new guys who saw it, comes back tonight. So it's been a big week. Very, very cold here in Queensland. It's been quite surprising this time of year. So before we start, please hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and we will bring Jason into the fold. Good evening, Jason.
What's happening? Hey, didn't we have one that was 20,000 one time? I'm sure we had an 18,000 one time. Or was that one of the news articles we did? I can't remember.
Yeah, that was one of the news article ones we did before we started the live streams, I think.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I thought we had a good one. Maybe it was one of the bands, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong, but, you know.
Yeah, more than likely. No, we've had ones up about 8,000 before, but not as big. And because remember, it's only been 6 days since we've been on last. It was Thursday last week, so yeah, it was a good turnout. You guys seem to like the live stream, but I put a small video out, shooting video this week, and no one watched it. Only 500 views. Yeah, you want to see us?
No one likes the gun reviews. They just like the live stream.
Yeah, you want to see us talk for an hour or so, and but you don't want to watch me actually shooting guns.
No, it's been an interesting week. I mean, looks like I think WA just closed. I'm not sure. I was reading on the internet. I thought WA closed their borders, but we're stuffed. I'm locked at home like a lab rat in Sydney. A lot of our Victorian brethren down there in Victoria, they're screwed over as well because the dictator's gone nuts again. Palaszczuk's overseas. She's coming back soon, but she bidded for the Olympics that nobody else wanted and says, well, congratulations, we're big winners from Queensland, yet nobody else wanted the Olympics, billions of dollars in debt. So what do you do, man? Yeah, politicians are complete parasites, every single last one of them.
Yeah, well, I'm in Brisbane and no one here wants it. The talk of the town is just get rid of it. Let's hope it all falls through, but no chance of that. She had her, cemented idea that she is not going to back down from this one. This is going to be her legacy.
The country's on its knees financially, and she's overseas telling everyone they can't do anything. Flies over to Tokyo. Man, these politicians. Yeah. What were you thinking, Queenslanders, voting for that idiot? I mean, parasites, every single last one of them.
Well, she was all gone until the China flu came in, and it was her saving grace. She hoodwinked everyone, and she just got in again. It's unbelievable. They're absolute dim-witted people. And there's a lot of them up here in Queensland. So, yeah. And another thing, I dropped in. You seen my post on Instagram and Facebook today? Dropped in for a beer with a workmate on the way home, and had to sign into a pub. What happened to good old Australia? Just we had to go have a beer. Had to sign in. Went to go buy a beer while I wore my muzzle, and then she wanted me to sign up to some government app before she could give me the beer. It's just turning to shit. The country, you can't even have a beer without having this crap rammed down your throat. So you walk outside with your muzzle on, or even inside, and you sit down and you can take it off. But the second you stand up, COVID's going to get you. So it's just gone to hell.
I don't see Sydney getting out of it anytime soon. And, what do you do, I guess? Morons keep getting tested. While morons keep getting fucking tested, we're just never going to go anywhere. So, and then say morons complain they got no money and they got no job. Well, you just got yourself to blame for it. Just don't get tested. There's no COVID pretty much. At the end of the day, the numbers is what they base their numbers on. So you keep getting tested, you keep getting positive. Well, you're never going to go back to work anytime soon until they – give you the jab. So,
well, it's all these people. You go get tested, and you don't have to go back to work for a few days to get your results back. And it must be the same people that's loving this. An absolute sham. Oh, look, I get a couple of days off work paid for. I just got to go get tested. It's just ridiculous.
What's the sort of the
employees just
I was going to say, what's the bad part is, basically all the small businesses that are going to the wall, all the Wild Coles, Woolworths, Bunnings, your big box stores, Harvey Norman are making more profits than they can possibly imagine. So, whilst good business that needs to be out there working more so than probably the others, can't pretty much do anything. So, yeah, what do you do, man? It's just, there's a lot of morons out there that all believe that, they've been brainwashed by the media for 18 months, and they're very good at it, man. They're very good at it. They did it with the gun laws in 96 with John Howard. They just started telling people guns were bad, and they push it to you year after year after year, and that's what people start believing.
Exactly. We'll get more into that later on. But here we go. We've got a positive comment here. Prestige Blasters. Thank you for the super chat. I finally made a live show. Paul Papala, is it? Told me to get a new hobby, so I am now becoming a licensed firearms owner. Love the work, guys. Thank you very much, and welcome to the family here on a Thursday night. So we should hopefully be able to guide you in the right direction of your firearms ownership, hopefully.
Who's Paul Papala anyway? Am I missing something? Or
I do not know myself.
Don't know who that is. Sorry if that's a somebody that we don't know, but I don't know who that is.
May have met them, but I can't remember. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Yeah, and congratulations becoming one of us.
Yes, welcome to the fray. Welcome to the dirty net redneck industry.
Yes, exactly. And we've got our friend Fulcrum here. Can't make it tonight. I'll watch the replay. Well, that sounds awesome. Thank you for that.
Yeah, so anyway, let's do we've got a couple of things to talk about tonight. So have you got any other super chats? Do you want to go through the roll call? We've got to make sure people are front, line and center and make sure they're here. Yeah. If not, they will need to have a note from their mum and dad advising why they're not in the stream tonight. What do you reckon?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, go for the roll call.
All right, just let us, guys. I'm getting Aaron constantly locking up and can't hear him sometimes. So is it me or is it him? I don't know what's going on, but it's not very good at all. It's going in and out. It's not too bad. I can see you now, but it's terrible.
It's probably me. I've had problems with my computer today and the internet. They're doing roadworks all around the show here.
Anyway, let us know in the comments, guys, if it's me or it's him, because I'm not 100% sure. I've just checked everything. I don't have anything downloading or anything like that, so should be good. But anyway, we've got okay, let's read that one first.
I've decided, this is from Karen. Thank you very much. I've decided I will buy myself a Dixon T1000 as soon as the gun shop opens again. Good stuff. Nothing like a shotgun.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, who we got? Overland 4X4 Australia, Ben Taz, Peter from the NSC. We've got Pig Hunter, Victor Perry. Sorry if I haven't seen. Have I seen Victor before? I don't know, but sorry, Victor, if we've seen you in the chat before. You got to be a regular, so I remember him every single week. Colin Penfold is, of course, a regular, long-time regular, probably here since the beginning. Peter Robertson, Prestige Blasters, who we just read out. Mr. Wonderful, Alex Lopez, Big Brain Big Brain Game Time. That's a good one. Harps 666, also another regular. Retro 8477, another regular. Matt Cato, another regular. Looking Over Hell. I like that one. Our buddy Chris Miller down there. We're going to shoot all his deer in Victoria, so welcome, Chris. Neil, we've got Fox 860. We've got JR, Andrew McKindo, and Salty, another regular. Mr. 3030, who, sorry, he's becoming a regular also, or has become a regular. Phantom HD, another regular. Dave Hubner, another regular. Buddy, there he is, the dictator. Andy, 1, 2, 3, 4. 777 is back with us in the live stream, locking down Victoria and, flexing his chest and fluffing his feathers. So welcome, Andy, again. Paulo 84, Matt Outdoor Adventures. Blue Simmons or Blue Simons. Sorry if I got that wrong, Blue. I haven't seen you in the chat before. Rob's Woodworking, of course, another regular. Front Toward Enemy. Love that one. Mick Beckers, Nick Blackwell. Who else we got? So I just got a lot of you guys are talking in the chat, so just got to go through. If I missed some, I'm really sorry. Liam Cumbo, Hunters and Shooters Society of Australia, Chris Legendary. Who else we got there? I've read most of those out. Kieran 1999 just gave us a super chat. Welcome. We've also got Matt1976, Mick Beckers. Not sure if I've read Mick's name out. I might have, but he gets a double shout out if I've read it twice. Ropes by Psycho. Love that one too. Who else we got here just going down? Cliff Lee. Welcome, Cliff, to the live stream. Good to see you in the chat. Oh, there's our buddy again from the Telstra call center. Old tech support. Tech support is back in the stream again. Welcome, tech support. You're a valued member of the stream. So welcome back. Adzi, the PWC bloke in Australia, also another regular as well. Tom Luck, Griffo117, a Tube user, C1. Southern Star Review, welcome to the live stream as well. Southern Star. Aussie Rum Pig's back with us again. Love a bit of the Aussie Rum Pig. Who else we got here? Sorry, guys, just scrolling down. Lockie McFarlane's also back with us. Chopper73, Mickey G. Why does it keep doing that? It just keeps flicking up for me. I don't know why it does that, eh? Robert Murphy. Who else we got there coming into the stream? Oh, man, this is a different... We've got Matabella. That's an easy one. Okay, let's see if I can get this right. Oh, shit. Something cat litter. Issel cat litter? I sell cat litter. All right, well, that's interesting. Jay Icon is in our stream as well. Peter Sadout is in our live stream as well. So we'll probably read a few more as we're going on. But, welcome to the roll call. You've all been good. Whoever's not here will need a slip. What would you call it? A sick leave certificate as to why you guys are not here in the stream. We've also got Paul Prescott, Ticket Tarts back with us, Jacka One, Captain Caveman, Mika Steve. Welcome guys to the chat. Great. Good to have you here.
Yeah, good to have everyone here. Man, it's getting longer and longer every week. Jeez. It's good.
We'll only be able to do it soon,
I thought I was going to get the old alarm out, the siren for you.
Hey, you got to pay back to the people that are watching the stream, man.
Exactly. Got a question here from Rob's Woodworking. Anyone tried out the 6.8 Western? That's one of the new rounds out there. It'd be a bit of a heavy hitter round. It's meant to be not bad at all from what I've been reading up, but I haven't tried it or anything like that, or seen anyone who has tried it in over here. That is, but geez, how many more rounds do we actually need?
Yeah, not many, I don't think. I mean, I think people need to stop making rounds for at least, say, 10 to 15 years before they start, what's the difference? 6.5 Creed, more 260 Ram, 6.5 by 55. We've got enough calibers in that range, I think. I don't think we need a 6.8 Western, I don't reckon. But, hey, if it picks up, then why not?
Yeah, we got... Colin says our friend Hootie Who is testing out the 6.8 Western. I'll get hold of him. I was talking to him a couple of days ago, actually, about YouTube and how's it all going. And because with everything that's going down with YouTube right now, and he's doing it full time now. Lucky bugger. At least it's working out. At least it's working out for someone.
Here's an interesting one. This is a good one. Like, so people ask me too. SA Feral Shooter, he's got a good channel, Bustin' Bunnies. And are you still plugging them bunnies? Well, on that property, my YouTube channel, on that property that we go to, on the last trip, I mean, I've never seen... Well, two things have happened, actually. Let me just go through this quick, Aaron. So the bunnies got pretty much wiped out on the property, which was so disappointing. There were literally thousands of bunnies on this property. We'd go there, 4 or 5 times a year, make a bunch of videos. And the other thing is, I won't mention his name, but a really good friend of mine that actually got access to the property, and we probably still will go down there. Unfortunately, his missus went a bit nuts and unfortunately kicked him out of his house and treated him like shit. And he's currently going through court to try and settle his finances. And he pretty much walked out of the property with his laptop, with his swag and his dog, and moved up near Port Macquarie, man. So this is down south, sort of near the Gundagai area. So he's about 8 hours away from where he was living before. And then once he started the legal process, because his parents have got a bit of money to sort of start that process of, selling the house, getting his cut. Unfortunately, she rings the cops and tries to get an AVO. The guy's 9 hours away. He's not said a single thing to this woman at all. So I don't know how it's going to stick, but anyway, it's going to go to court in a couple of weeks. So really nice guy, this guy, really, really nice guy. It's a bit of a shame what's happening to him right now, but hopefully it works out. And, we get back to shooting some bunnies down there in the future.
Yeah, you hear it so many times of women laying false accusations against guys, and they just get their guns taken off them. The courts and the cops just don't care what the truth is, and they just sit and take the guns, even if they're not living in the house.
Yeah, well, that's right. And she didn't get the AVO first off just when he started pursuing, because he paid the deposit and he paid all that sort of stuff. He paid everything. And she booted him out of the house and, yeah, get out. I'm going to get your guns taken off you and this and that. And, you know, the cops came and he's got to obviously go through the process. But now it's another process he's got to go through of defending himself, to get his guns back again, which is a bit of a disappointment. But I'm sure the lawyers would have said that, just get an AVO. It's going to make you look better. But, you know, I just said, mate, if that's the case now, just go for everything you're owed. Go for the super. Go, you know, hey, a bit of payback sometimes when we get screwed over when they take our super and women fuck us over and we come out second best. Well, now hopefully he can come out on top on this one.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be good. Prestige Blasters, thank you for another $5 super chat. Paul Papali, or whatever his name is a WA police minister who banned gel blasters. Exactly what we used to talk about, Jason. They're going to ban all these gel blasters and toys, and people just going to move. Oh, well, we'll just go get the real thing. So it's a shame about gel blasters being banned, that's for sure. But it's good to have a new shooter in the fold.
Yeah, and it seems to be a lot of people in the comments, Aaron, are going through this sort of stuff too. Like I tell anyone, you know, I know a bunch of guys that it's happened to that are close to me. They just, you know, the kids get taken off them. They say stupid things, and it's not bad, but, you know, these days you just can't say a single thing, mate. You can't say a single thing. You just separate. You immediately cease contact. And, you know, that's just, you just have to go through a lawyer. Otherwise, you've got so much to lose, guys. And me and Aaron see it every single week. I had another one on Facebook just the other day, asked me for a solicitor and a lawyer. Who did I know? Who can I talk to? And, yeah, man, it's real sad, unfortunately. But hopefully we get back down there because he'll still hook us up with the property. It's just getting the rabbits back on the property, which is who knows? It could take a couple of years for him to they may never come back. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But yeah, I used to love making those videos and shooting the rabbits. That's for sure.
Yeah, I need to start a breeding program on the farm for rabbits.
I mean, he's probably happy because he's got the cattle there, you know, sort of not competing for feed, and you know, cattle not putting their legs in these rabbit warren holes. But man, there was some good shooting there. If you've seen some of the videos, if you haven't seen them, go to AHP Outdoors. Man, some good bunny blast and a multitude of different ranges, guys. So, yeah.
Yeah, link is in the description to Jason's channels as well and all our social medias. We'll go through some of these super chats. Thank you very much for Chris for the Watermelon Fund. Thank you very much. And our friend Lockie McFarlane, pleasure to be here. Here's a donation for the Ammo Fund. Thank you very much. And there's a couple more down here. You guys are very kind. Matt Outdoor Adventures. I accidentally ran over a rabbit with my dirt bike. Oh, I hope the dirt bike's all right. And you didn't come off. Thank you very much for that. And Mika Steve for the Bunny Fund. Start the bunny breeding program, I reckon.
Yeah, I mean, the owner doesn't really care either way too much, but yeah, I mean, that was a good property, man. It's I wish one day I could actually buy it. It's worth about $850,000, but you know, I doubt I can afford that sort of thing. So, you know, not at this stage of my life anyway. Maybe down the track, maybe, but you know, yeah.
Exactly. And this is Brian. Thank you for the $5. Just renewed my license. Was going to let it go, but now renewed and in the market for a new lever action rifle. Good stuff. Lever actions. What do you like, Jason? I had a Rossi and unfortunately I sold it, and I'm looking at getting another one in 44 Magnum. I do like the 44 Magnum and 357 lever actions, actually. I reckon the Rossi's are not too bad. Mine was flawless.
Do you know what?
I'm not a fan of the Marlins.
I don't think I've ever. I don't think I've ever had a lever action. No, I've never owned one. I've got the straight pull shotgun, but in regards to lever action, yeah, I mean, not really, man. Unfortunately, haven't had a 30-30, 45-70. No, I haven't. I'm just trying to go back over the years to see what I've owned, but no, I haven't had a lever action. Yeah, I wouldn't mind one, but it's not my, first sort of love. But if I had more access to that sort of pig country, you know what I mean, where you needed that sort of rounds and shots, you're on a dirt bike quad, I reckon it'd probably suit down to a T, I reckon. But what I do right now, probably don't really need one. But hey, just buy one.
Yeah, I reckon. Our friend Chris Miller for the bear funds. Thank you very much. That will go to good use.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so who else do we have who wants a few more questions?
Yeah, Liam Cumbo said, did I have the IAC? Yeah, I did. I had the IAC 1887, the 12 gauge shotgun. Yeah. And that was a Schiappa, I think. There's a Schiappa. What was the cheap copy? It was a Schiappa, I think. But yeah, no good, unfortunately.
1887, wasn't it? Or 2 or something?
Yeah, 1887 Schiappa or whatever it was called. Yeah. I just did, again, like I said, it depends on what you're doing. If you're a guy from the city, unless you're going out and doing that high volume shooting, I mean, just again, I sold it because it just didn't have any use for it, and I'm better. I'll even go as far as saying I do love these straight pull shotguns, but if I had to do it again, if I'm right-handed, I would get the left-hand one. So you're pulling your foregrip off the thing, not because when you got it in your shoulder and you're pulling the bat, you're moving that shoulder to pull that thing back, right? And when I was shooting ducks, it just really wasn't conducive to good, accurate shooting ducksmen. I'm going to go back to my under and over when I go down to the ducks this year, I reckon, at the end of the year. But, yeah, I'd go the left-hand one. If you're right-handed, go the left-handed one, not the right-handed, because you got to get your hand back on the trigger, and it's just, But if you're shooting pigs, shit like that, chasing things around on bikes and quads, yeah, absolutely perfect.
Yep, definitely. So, our friend Andy, Daniel Andrews has got it right. Thank you for the super chat. WSAA contact me, trying to get me renewed. They didn't like it when I said I'm now a member of NSC. Good stuff. Sure, they didn't like it. Remember, guys, we're going to start a thing of when you get your NSC merchandise, when you buy it, take a photo outside of a club, and we might even put photos up here on the live stream, the ones that come in each week. So,
as they say, like his name, front toward enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Send in your. Man, don't do it to the. Listen, I'll say one thing. Don't do it to the organisations that are actually or the clubs that are actually probably doing something. Just do it to the ones that aren't doing something, and most of us know who they are. So you know exactly what to do. So get your NSC hoodies or shirts, whatever they bring out, stickers. Get out the front of the range and let us see the NSC shirts and that at your local gun range that doesn't fight for shooters. Be great to see it.
Exactly. Thank you to the Bush Ranger of Victoria. Haven't been here the last couple of weeks. Sorry, lads. Hope everything well. Everything's going good here in not Victoria, in Queensland. I'm sure Jason is doing well as well. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, welcome to the Bush Ranger. Neil Constance now said, what straight pull did I have? I had that Dickinson, man, T1000, same as that one the other guy brought up. So, yeah, it was the Dickinson, yeah.
Yeah.
That seems okay. Sometimes I've done a bit over tightening on the the lock nut that holds the foregrip on. It's been a bust to get off, man. So don't go, because I think with the recoil, it actually tightens up with recoil too. So err on the side of, don't put it too loose, obviously, where it's going to fall off and you're going to lose it. But I think basically you're on the side of caution. Don't go too heavy because then it basically locks on there with recoil. So.
Yeah, exactly. When I've got to actually edit the review I did not long ago of the Dickinson 1000, and it's quite interesting. I couldn't get it apart, and I couldn't even use vice grips and I had big wrenches on it during the video trying to get the thing apart to change out barrels. It just didn't work for me at all. So that video will be coming out. Pretty brutal and honest, that's for sure. But it shot all right, that's for sure. Robert says 450 Bushmaster is an awesome deer killer. Never shot a 450 Bushmaster. At least I don't think I have. I've shot so many, but tell you what, the 350 Legend, which is a similar sort of a thing, but a bit smaller, is just an absolute woeful round.
That was your favourite round, man, the old 350 Legend.
I'm still getting people, fanboys, crying on my video about it, up to this day. Been out for a year and they're still, what is it? Oh, he just can't shoot. He doesn't know how to shoot. And that's the thing these days. Like, well, okay, go watch the other videos. And yeah, it's just shocking.
Well, here you
Just,
go.
yeah.
Probing Uranus, that's his name. Peter, hey, you guys coming to WA? He goes, we need 20 million insurance for next year. Otherwise, my money goes to basically AA couch potatoes. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, again, WA, they've closed the borders, like, hey, I love WA, sounds lovely. Looks like the sights are lovely, the beaches are lovely, but you'll probably never see me in my lifetime ever head to WA, unfortunately. Bad gun laws, bad premiers. Sorry, guys. I mean, yeah, lovely place. Idiot politicians, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. Friend JR, hey Aaron, are you going to show the pics of my 270 build I sent you? Oh yeah, I think that's on Instagram. Oh, I'll find that in a second. Well, and I'll bring that up actually. Yep, definitely. Thanks for that, JR. Yep, built a nice 270. I'm pretty sure it was in a Howler in a MDT stock, which came out really, really nicely. So, and our friend Alex here for the Ammo Fund. Any good reviews came up, Aaron? I haven't filmed anything at all lately. I've just been flat out, but I've filmed a few things, but that's coming out later in the year. I've been doing a project. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I've been doing a project that's taken me almost a year now of building it up and getting things documented. It's going to be pretty cool. So it'll be coming out.
Well, we're both actually doing this, aren't we? We're both actually got some ideas. We're not going to say what they are. Mine's a bit probably on the weirder side. Even me and Aaron sort of still laugh to this day about it. But yeah, basically we've got a couple of YouTube channels in the works that are totally unrelated to shooting. Yeah, and we think hopefully they're going to take off. We'll see how we go. Aaron's got a bunch in the works. I've already got about 5 or 6 edited. And if I told you, you'd probably laugh. But if I told you to search the internet and look at the views in regards to these videos, which probably take me about an hour to an hour and a half to edit properly into a 20-minute video, you would probably laugh, say I was an idiot. But then when you see the numbers on these videos that people are watching them, you won't laugh. You wouldn't laugh. So, yeah, we'll see what happens down. What happens down the check. Chris Miller said, is it gaming? No, it's actually in the sort of outdoor.
Don't give it away.
Outdoor. So we're sort of outdoorsy. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. But, yeah, Aaron should be good too. We'll see how it goes.
JR, it won't show me the photos. So I'm not going to show your whole name on here. I'll hide that. But there's your message, but the photos are gone. So, yeah, I can't show everyone the photos. Not here. Sorry, JR. If you resend them, resend them now and I'll show it later on. And I'll have Instagram next to me. So, yeah, well, thank you very much, Alex, for that. Really do appreciate it. We're trying to actually answer a few more questions of you guys, because we haven't done that lately. So we're trying to get you a bit more involved tonight as well. Custard the Pie, the Pipe Cat. Hey, guys. Hey there, Custard. Good to see you again.
Yeah. Pipe Cat. I reckon Custard the Pie Cat would have sounded better. Just leave the P out of it. Pipe Cat. Custard the Pie Cat.
Yeah.
I reckon that'd be pretty cool, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll just there we go.
Southern PlayStation. No, I do play Xbox, Call of Duty a fair bit, but yeah, no, me and Aaron are not going to be in the gaming industry. We're not 18-year-old young females that can get followers. So we're a couple of middle-aged dudes, man. So no one wants to watch a couple of middle-aged dudes play video games. But no, man. But we are looking forward to it. Yeah, I mean, if we get the time and stuff like that, but it's a minimal time investment for me. Aaron's is obviously way more than mine. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Southern Star agrees. 350 Legend is horrible. It is. Hunters and Shooters Society of Australia, New South Wales FAR have removed the restrictions on interstate clubs, so we will submit our application ASAP. That's good. That is very good. So I think they're a genuine reason as well. So we better bring this up. We want to thank OSA for their sponsorship tonight and bringing you this episode. They, as you know, OSA, you can get their gun importers in Australia. You can get their magazine from all the gun shops. So it just goes through their products and articles about what they import. They do, Yes, Sour, Blazer, Hornady, Sierra, what else? Ridgeline Clothing. There's a whole heap of stuff, so definitely go suss them out. Jason, we use both a lot of their products, so definitely the links in the description. Go see what they sell and go show your support with them. And we want to thank NSC for supporting this channel, this episode tonight as well. Thank you very much, NSC. And remember, they are a genuine reason for your firearms license. It's in Queensland, New South Wales, and Victoria. So there are links in the description. Go become a member, and you'll, as you know, if you've been watching the show, they are probably the only ones who actively have been winning and getting things done for shooters. At least you know where your money and your money, your donations, and your fees for your membership is going to.
Yeah. Of course, we've got Josh is in the channel. He said, "Hey guys, love the channel." That's Josh Callias. Sorry if I got that wrong. John Kerslake said he took his daughter to CSD Pistol. She's 13 and loved it. Going to take her to lever action next. Well done, John. Yeah, good to get the young kids into it, mate. They're the future of shooting, that's for sure. So if you've got kids, you owe it to get them into shooting, you know?
Yeah.
But then again, a lot of my mates' kids, unfortunately, they're pretty much a lot of them are showing no interest in shooting, unfortunately, which is a bit disappointing. So what do you do?
That's good. Now, here's a funny story. And my local neighbourhood is on the local Facebook community bitching page. In our local area, there's a bunch of wild goats going around. And it's been happening for a few weeks. And tonight, well, this afternoon, apparently, there was gunshots in the neighbourhood. So apparently they've been around destroying a bit of property and all that. So someone decided to turn them into goat curry. And, oh, Jesus, the comments on our local pages on Facebook are just going wild with the anti-gunners and all the city people moving into the countryside here, complaining about the gunshots and complaining about people shooting the goats. Oh, man, it's just absolutely hilarious to hear. So I guess in every sort of area where you have your Facebook bitch pages, you get, especially in the rural communities or ones that are with a lot of city folk moving into, you all must hear this constantly about the country life that people don't like. We even had someone here, our local person, complaining about the aircrafts and want a full investigation about why there's aircrafts flying over our properties. We live in a training area where they train pilots across our property during the day.
Well, yeah.
So we've got no more wild goats, and someone's got some goat meat and going to make goat curry, and the people in the neighbourhood are going absolutely losing their minds over it.
Oh man, the bushranger said, I'm not sure what he means here. Sorry if I got this wrong. He says probing. Well, why not support multiple groups? I mean, is that organizations you mean? I'm not sure exactly what you mean there, man. But yeah, me and Aaron support the ones that are actually out there on the front foot, you know, making, you know, not keeping things but to themselves, you know, putting their cards on the table about what they're going to do for shooters and about how they're going to fight these, you know, restrictions, how they're going to fight gun bans instead of well, we've had the last 25 years of just sitting on our laurels, gun ban after gun ban after gun ban with, you know, organizations, you know, making anywhere from, you know, a couple of $1,000s a year up to tens of, you know, millions of dollars per year and doing nothing about gun bans at all. So that's why we support them. You know, we see other ones doing it. We'll support them as well. But until we see that, yeah, we're not really going to be supporting them if they're not fighting. It's okay to talk on the internet and say things on Facebook. Me and Aaron do that, but we're not stupid enough to believe that we're somehow making a difference to gun laws in Australia. We're just trying to motivate people and put pressure on organisations. And if that means negative publicity to get them to act, well, then that's what it will be.
Yeah, yep, exactly. And so far, I'm sorry, the only regular one and one that seems to have real results is the NSC. They are the ones. They're the ones I support, and we supported them a good year or so before they approached us to become sponsors of the live stream. We were supporting them long before that. Yeah, we said it, and we said it from day one. If you go watch no, you can't watch the old videos. They're on the old channel that got taken down by YouTube.
Yeah,
we were talking about them way back then when they very first started and making noises about this. Thank you to Matt Cato. Just a call out to jump on AHP and Shooting Stuff Australia Patreon so you can show your support to keep this going. Yeah, exactly, guys. If you like what we do here tonight, Jason and me both have Patreons. The links are down below. Feel free to jump on that. We'd really appreciate it. One's definitely been going down. One's just going down and down basically every week. I'm losing Patreons.
Yeah, we did. We were going to talk about this. We did I did a bit of a post on this to Patreons, and obviously, due to the industry and due to COVID, it's really affected a lot of us. I mean, I used to have a lot more sponsors and stuff like that. But the facts are, I mean, COVID's hit people quite hard. People think me and Aaron do this full time. There's not many, if anyone, like me and Aaron, or even anyone else, whether it's the podcasting space or the YouTubing space or Instagram or wherever they've got their following, that they're doing this full time. I mean, there's no way you could even remotely even think about doing this full time. If I did, I'd last 1 week, then I'd be bankrupt. So that's the sort of, anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 a year are all we're making. So, people think you do this full time and you're making big dollars. Well, it's just not the case, unfortunately. And I've got some good Patreons, but we've just had to sort of tame things down a bit and relax a little bit in regards to what we put out, just due to the fact that it's a massive time investment. These shows, podcasts, Aaron making videos on weekends, and in Aaron's case, just to promote guns for companies that won't deal with you. So, why would we do that? It makes no sense. So anyway, things everything's look up and, things change and, we'll see what happens. But, anything's possible at this stage, from continuing to do it to quitting to, just changing up our schedule to not put them out as frequent to save our time. There's a lot of different options. So hopefully it's to continue. I do hope we both continue, obviously, down the track. But, like anything, all good things come to an end at some stage. So
exactly. But that's why I've just basically concentrating on the live stream, bringing up the news, because this is a niche that no one else does. No one else brings out news articles and talking about guns live on air each week. If you want to watch a gun review, there's millions that are coming out every day, money from the US, because the importers, the makers in the US actually pay quite good money for these reviews. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Some reviewers out there get over $6,000 per review, showing you a gun. And there's nothing like that over here. I don't get paid to do these reviews at all from the gun owners, from the companies. Most of mine, probably 90% of the reviews I did, was guns that I borrowed from people or owned myself. So, and yet you phone them up and they don't even give you the time of day. They won't even return your phone calls. So, total waste of time.
And Matt said that. How's probably the same for you too? How's the podcast going? It goes fantastically, obviously, and the numbers are fantastic, better than I could possibly imagine. But at the end of the day, it's a huge time investment. I love to like Aaron. Aaron wants to go hunting. He wants to go shooting. He's got things he's got to do on his property, and same for me. So just because you get a lot of viewers and downloads doesn't mean you're rolling in money. That's certainly not the case at all. Like, at this point, we're pretty much doing it for free. So when we appreciate the super chats, of course, but there's a lot of people, as Aaron knows, a lot of people going, they want to start YouTube channels, podcasts. Like, it's tough, man. Like, financially and the time investment. Don't think you're just going to jump into this and it's going to be easy. So, that's I guess that's the real reality of what we do. People think we do it full time. We're getting paid big money. I mean, like last year, I made about $3,500. That's what I made last year. $3,500 for countless hours of podcasting, making videos, and I mean, it goes fantastic. But everybody, as they say, everyone loves the show, but everyone just wants it for free and don't want to help out to keep it going. So one day, if it ends, that's how it's got to be, unfortunately. And I'll just hand the mantle over to a bunch of other guys, newcomers and existing guys that can keep the flame going and keep the mantle going of podcasting. And they're the ones that can sort of do it for free, and all the power to them.
Exactly. Well, I get asked by people going, "Oh, what does it involve to make a YouTube channel? How do I get started? How much do you get paid?" Well, I got over $5,000 invested in cameras and equipment just to film it. I don't film on an iPhone or anything. And then you got to get the editing, work out the editing. It takes, for a gun review, I'm out on the farm for an entire day. Jason's been up there with me doing reviews. It's an entire day filming out in the sun. That takes it out of you, and then it's literally an entire day, because I just try not to make cheap-looking videos. I try and put a bit of effort into it. It takes an entire day to edit. So that's basically, say, 2-day turnaround, an entire weekend gone. And if I put one out a week, I'm going to have to be out there every single weekend and do nothing else apart from make gun videos, all to earn. My average earning on one video is about $2.50. Sometimes you hit the big time, real big time, and you might get $5 or $6. Oh, I did get an $8 one once. Yeah, I was a millionaire. Yep, that brought me a schooner of beer. So yeah, so that's how much.
You work for 8 hours for only $8.95? Are you kidding?
Yeah, I know. In China and that, they would love that sort of money, but we don't live in China, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, I should say, but we don't have those sort of. Yeah, we can't survive on those sort of wages over here. But
it wasn't here. I'm just looking at going here because your Southern Star review said, yeah, YouTube hates guns. Exactly. We sort of chose the niche of guns, which is basically less than 1% of people partake in shooting sports. So we sort of didn't pick our niche probably as good as we should have, really. But we love shooting and we love guns. So naturally we're going to do something in that space. So, but anyway, there's a lot of guys out there thinking about doing it. Maybe there's a whole new podcast, not new podcast, but new live stream about that particular topic. But yeah, people think it's just going to be easy and, shooting film. If you're hunting, you got to be shooting game. If you're making gun reviews, there's other people out there already doing it. There's a lot of challenges, man. So I don't think you're going to get in this and make big money because there's just nobody in the industry outside of importers and gun shops that are actually making this a full-time wage. There's a lot of people out there podcasting, making YouTube videos. They still work full-time. I don't think there's anyone that I know that does this full-time, not one person. And we're not even close to we're at about 2% out of 100 of making this a full-time income. So anyway, we get those questions a lot, me and Aaron. So there's a bit of an insight for people that are watching.
Yeah, well, Who's the only one I know doing it full-time, and Matt from Demolition Ranch, it's basically his full-time job, that and a few other projects he's got going. They're the only guys I know who are doing it full-time. Yeah, I know our mate who we've had on here, Fit and Fire, Mark, he's only doing it, he does it part-time. He makes absolutely no money out of it. So basically it comes down to you need more subscribers, guys. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. I've only got 9,000 subscribers. I need to boost that up to get the views up, and hopefully YouTube will pick up some of my videos. So far in 8 years, I've only picked up one video that went pretty good. That was a few weeks ago. So 8 years, I've finally got one video get picked up that went all right.
Yeah, exactly. Just reading a few of the comments. Anyway, let's probably get into our article, man. Get into our while you're bringing that up. I'll see if there's any awesome. Yeah, Fox 8 YouTube are the only ones making money. Yeah, that's true. Bastards take a hefty chunk out of Aaron's super chats as well. So, you're making your money and then they're taking the money off you. So, it's just like, you'd understand a reasonable amount, but the amount they take off people is just basically extortion pretty much. So
Exactly. Thank you very John for that. Never surrender, guys. You make the difference. I enjoy the weekly live streams, talking to you guys, answering questions, having a bit of a laugh. This actually brings me a lot more pleasure than actually going out and filming videos, because it sort of sucks the fun out of shooting. When you just basically shoot, set up the camera, move it somewhere else, shoot again. It just takes all the fun out of shooting. So I find this a lot more enjoyable doing the weekly live stream. So we do have I've got these photos here from JR. He did send another super chat. Thank you for that. So I don't know if you can see that. Oh, jeez. That's
Can't you bring it up? You can go on your Instagram account on your Google, not what it is, your browser.
Oh, right.
Browser.
Okay,
anyway.
I'll have a look at that. But yeah, nice gun, an MDT. It's awesome. I'll try and get onto it later on. So
I was going to read. What are you going to do?
I was going to get into the article, but no, read out what you have to say.
Oh, just Hunters. He goes, I hear you. This is Hunters and Shooters. He goes, I hear you, Jay. I love hunting, so I started a hunting club. Then I found out that means I can't go hunting or shooting anymore. Exactly. Like Aaron makes videos. I've made hunting videos, and my last two, bloody hell, haven't resulted in getting anything. So you can only make so many videos like that, So I won't make any more like that because people want to see naturally you shooting shit, which makes sense. Deer, pigs, rabbits, whatever it may be. So, and, it does get a bit annoying, when you're out there, Aaron. As you know, I've spent 5 days hunting, countless of hours worth of footage, countless time lapses, astrophotography, and then you get to the end of the trip and you're like, fuck, man, I didn't shoot a single thing. I just spent 5-6 hours filming, stopping the car, getting shots, time lapses just to not get anything, didn't shoot anything. And you guys watch a 20-minute video of me just bloody walking around bushwalking with a gun.
Yeah. Well, I went shooting once.
You just want to relax. You just want to relax around the campfire without thinking about bloody filming. And that's what always happens. You're always like, oh, I've got to film. I've got to get that shot. Your mates are behind you. Oh, stop. I've got to put the camera so I can drive past and get that car shot. Oh, man, it gets annoying, I tell you.
Yeah, exactly. Like I went out shooting once on a hunting trip and the guy said, oh, yeah, bring your camera, make some videos. So I went out, I knew the guy and went out there. Man, he didn't stop bitching the whole weekend. Oh, we just want to hunt. Now stop getting your camera out. And, oh, no, we're not stopping all the time for you to film. And it's like, you told me to come down and make a hunting video with you. And, yeah, and he just cried the entire weekend about it. So it's just like, give up. You can't please anyone, can you?
Now, while you're bringing that up, I'll just read one more. David Horsey. Horsey, I like that one. Just found you last week. You're doing great work. Don't give up. And I've put the word out to boost your watches. Keep up the good work. You make a big difference. That's true. Thanks for that. It's good to hear. Thanks.
Yeah. What we need is also but normally around 2:00, I release on my Facebook page the link. You got to share that link. That's what really helped last week for the 10,000 views of watching last week's show. They had 100 shares from my page. So you got to, as soon as you see the link, share it to every page that you can think of and in your own feed and get everyone involved to get on each Thursday night.
And let me add one very small part to that too. Listen, not everyone's financial during this time to help out, throw some few bucks our way. So if you are going to consume the free content, we appreciate that, but also share it. That's the least we could, expect from people that are consuming the content for free. Is to just share the link. I mean, I think that's fairly reasonable to us to ask of something like that. So if you could do that, not everyone's made of money, can't afford that extra few bucks. That's fine. Just share the link. Just show a bit of thanks by sharing the link with people. That'd be great.
There we go. Thank you, Peter, for the kind words. You blokes are the only likable fellas on YouTube. Thank you very much. Well, we think we're pretty. Well, we think we're pretty awesome.
We're just a couple of regular Joes like everyone in the chat, just we love hunting, we love shooting, we just, we love it. We love bringing you these topics.
Well, give us some topics what you guys want to hear, guys. We try and bring you the latest news articles when we see them. Some weeks are pretty slow, so we do struggle a bit on a topic. But when we do ones on actual guns, no one watches them. But then people say they want them, but then no one watches them.
Like that one, hey, remember on my chat before we get into the thing as well, like remember everyone was on my chat saying, hey, man, tell us about the Mitsubishi Triton, your 12-volt setup, mate. I want, every week. Oh, solar panel, how did you, mate, it's had 700 friggin' views. I spent 4.5 hours from filming it from 12 till 4, got it home. You got to get everything onto the computer, take all the files off, start editing. I did all the what are they, fold outs and all this sort of stuff they call them, or call outs on the application that I used to edit. Mate, 8 hours worth of editing for 750 goddamn views. It was what a waste of time. What a waste of bloody time.
I reckon. Yeah, no, just like my video I made the other day. I got a good mind in playing that 30-second video so more people can actually bloody well see it.
Anyway,
on here.
Let's get into the topic.
Okay, so we have a shooter, the disabled shooter in a wheelchair. That's all that's wrong with him. He's just in a wheelchair. Oh dear, is that my frozen? Are you there?
I think. Yeah, I got you, but you've
Hello?
frozen. Looks like you're all weird. Yeah. Copy.
I'll start my camera again, then we'll get into the topic.
All right. Am I still good? You can still see me, no problem? All right. Let us know, guys, in the comments. Sorry, I don't know. I'm not seeing any comments. Let me know if it's me or if it's Aaron. Aaron's gone yellow. Okay, guys, can you hear me in the chat? My apologies. Let me know in the chat. Am I okay? Copy. Yeah. Okay, so you still got me. So Aaron's gone south. Is that right, guys? Aaron's gone to shit. Let me know in the comments, please. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, here we go. So I'm just going to scroll down. Yes, okay. So I'm good. All right, no problem. Thanks for letting me know that, guys. I appreciate that. Good question here from the Bushranger Brotherhood of Victoria. It's very hard to make super exciting videos, too, due to the laws in Australia. Yes, absolutely, mate. Me and Aaron have actually spoken quite a lot about that, actually, and about we can't have the certain guns, and you just see videos, and Aaron sees videos of the guys in America just keep pumping up in regards to their numbers, and just doesn't seem to happen in Australia. And even if there are some Australian ones with a high amount of subscribers, just the viewership rate is still extremely low for the amount of subscribers they've actually got. So, just people just don't, they might want to subscribe, but then they don't want to watch it, or if they are subscribed, well, that they don't subscribe, then some people have a really high viewership rate. I mean, if you're getting anywhere from 50% of your subscriber rate in viewership, you're doing actually pretty darn well. Any less than that is not really that good. So there's just a tip for some people as well. I'm just scrolling through some of the comments. We actually have a tech support guy here. He's usually here. Yes, tech support is usually in the live stream as well. He goes, wouldn't say you're good, but we can hear you. Yeah, I think I accidentally went on Wi-Fi, Chris, on this one. I didn't plug in my Ethernet cable, so sorry if I'm not coming through as good as I possibly can. What points should we bring up when we talk to anti-gunners? That's Edward Foster. Yeah, good question, man. Probably a bit much for this podcast, this live stream to talk about right now. Maybe me and Aaron will do a whole live stream on that particular topic because 100%. People saying Aaron's dead. He's gone from the live stream. Yeah, he'll be back very soon. Alex Lopez said he watches all of my videos. Well, thank you very much. Unfortunately, people didn't watch that one, but I mean, hopefully that one gets picked up too from people that are just obviously outside my subscriber base. More people looking at Mitsubishis and stuff like that. I mean, people laughed when I said I bought one, but I've had pretty much trouble-free service from that Mitsubishi Triton over the last 5 years. So I bought it brand new, so I can't really complain. All right, sorry, guys. Give me a sec. Aaron's freaked out here. Yeah, so he said his internet has gone down. He's restarting the computer. So sorry about that. Throw some questions in the comments, guys, before he gets back. Just throw your questions or whatever you've got to want to talk about, and I'll read them out. Epic Flyer 889 Jason said, see, you got the John Wick poster in the back there, that metal poster. I'm not, hey, listen, it's just there for a reason. I like it there because it's better. I reckon it looks better there on the ground, just over my right shoulder. But he said you were given $10 3 streams ago to buy hooks for your John Wick poster. I think I've got it. On the back of it, there's actually you get these square, what would you call them? They're like a magnet, and you stick it to the wall, and the poster actually sticks to the magnets. But yeah, I know. But anyway, what do we do? All right, Jason, what do you, Andy 1234 777, Jason, what do you got running in the back of the ute? I love camping, but I love a few good mod cons as well. Yeah, maybe we'll do a live stream about that one. I mean, watch that video, that Triton video on my AHP Outdoors YouTube channel. It's got everything that I've got in the car. But yeah, I just run a battery, solar panel, C-Tech DC to DC charger, 120 amp hour battery, a fuse block, and just run all my accessories off that. I've got one accessory running to the back, which I can, on an Anderson plug. Everything pretty much runs on Anderson plug, so keeps everything pretty easy. So that's pretty much it for that. I'm looking at getting a lift in it soon, so we'll see how we go. JR says, nothing wrong with the Triton. I never had an issue. Damn right. And what else we got here, guys? What else we got? Rob's Woodworking said, Jason, there is too many brainwash people that believe politicians shit. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. That's the problem, man. Even just during this COVID, everyone, they've been scared by the media and by the politicians. So everyone's out there getting tested, fucking locking us down for weeks on end over, 3 or 4 deaths. I mean, ridiculous if you ask me, but that's just how it is. I won't read that one. That one's not very nice. Not to us, but to other people. Harp said Aaron Silver Fox has gone to add more silver highlights. Mate, he doesn't need to. He's just fully grey now. He's almost 50, so he's 10 years older than me. So what can you do? Tell them about the... Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to do this on my own by reading your... until Aaron gets back. Hunters and Shooters Society said Epic Fly YouTube took their cut and Jace only got $1. You'd be surprised. I think they take roughly 30%, guys, which is maybe even more, 35%. So it's absolutely crazy. JR, I think I read that JR once. Said nothing wrong with the Triton. No, I've had a good deal with it. Yeah. Robert Murphy said, oh, there he is. He's back. But Robert Murphy said, do you like tickers? Mate, I've got about 4 of them. So I'm pretty happy with my tickers. Also got a Silver Pigeon as well, shotgun. So, yeah, man, again, good value for money in that medium price point, like a lot of other manufacturers out there that are providing really, really good shirt. Zach Hunt said, where's the flower shirt? Well, it's not here, mate. The bird shirt and the flower shirt. Well, I did have the flower shirt, but I spilled some food on it tonight, so I had to change it. Anyway, let's get straight into our thing, Aaron. Let's get straight into our article. We're already late.
I just got to find the article again. Sorry, guys. Okay. Sorry, my computer died. I think it's time for a new computer to shut off and wouldn't go on again, and the internet crashed. So I'm so sorry. I'm just going to find this article while Jason can answer some more questions.
Captain 565 said Adler or Dickinson. Man, I think Aaron knows that one. I'd probably go the Dickinson. I haven't had any trouble. It's hit and miss with the Adler, I would say. Aaron never had really good results with it as well, so...
I never got a full mag through it at all, ever, without jamming.
LJ said, what's my next gun purchase? I don't have any on the thing, man. I've still got to do a bunch of load development. Still haven't had the Bagar out. I've got to start getting off my Quincer. And JR said he likes the electrical setup behind my seat. Yeah, I did all that myself, man. All the electrical work I did myself. It's 12-volt systems are pretty easy as long as you fuse everything. Mate, you haven't got a drama. If you don't know what you're doing, I probably wouldn't do it. But, I didn't know what I was doing until I started it. Just did a basic system, and, mate, it works perfectly for me. Runs my fridge in the back, so it does a good job. Here we go. Just a quick one. Matt Cato says, open a can of worms and ask what's the best caliber for certain type of hunting. Okay, let me go quick one. For 22 is good for rabbits and foxes, and step up to 223 and 250. For goats and that, 250, 243, I think would good in your 6.5 calibers. Deer hunting, you can go your 6.5s. They're fine. And your heavy peeled 243s, but I would stick to especially if they're big deer, mate, anything from 7 mil and up, so 7 mil mag, 708, 270, obviously well into your 30 cows as well. If you've got deer hunting, 30-30, 45-70, as well, your 308, another great caliber as well. I stick to the main ones, even though I've got 260 Remington, I just stick to the main ones, dude, because, again, easy to reload for, relatively cheap on the brass. Whether I'll go 243 again on my bunny caliber, that long range one, I probably will because I do like the 87 grain VMAX, but I might even barrel it to 22 250 yet. I don't know. We'll see. But I do like the extra weight. So anyway, we good?
Yeah, we are good. But everyone knows 3006 is the best hunting round that you can get for absolutely everything. So I just want to thank our front.
You can shoot the 3006 2.7 kilometers. I'm like, yeah, okay, but not accurately, realistically. He said, I can shoot something in the air too and hope to go 2.7 kilometers. But anyway.
Yeah, we've seen all those people trying to do that, haven't we? Front towards enemy, hold the fort, guys. The storm's brewing in society, and I anticipate huge growth in our sport. I hope you're right. That'll be awesome. And we've got one more. If I just bring up the story.
We've got to get into our story.
Yeah. Funds for Aaron's better internet. I think I need a whole new computer. Yeah. Okay, so we'll bring this up. So as you know, guys, Yeah, our disabled shooters are a big part of the shooting community. There's nothing wrong with them shooting. I've shot with a few in the past, and they've been very delightful people. And I've actually had my ass handed to me by a few of them at competition. So they are just as good as anybody else and deserve the same sort of respect. Well, all shooters deserve respect, really, don't they? But we don't seem to get it from the government nor the police. So yeah, so this poor guy here, we'll just bring this up. I was going to get back into sharing all this. Uh,
Hey, there was one at 8:27. Sorry, did we read that one out? Pig Hunter, did it come up, the super chat? I'll just do it quickly.
no,
Pig Hunter said, Jason, you need to get that 300 Win Mag out and slap some deer or pigs. Would be great to see, or even the 7mm. Yeah, man, I've got that Bagara B14 HMR. I love that thing, man. I'm looking forward to just getting it out. I've got to start doing the thing. And yeah, I got the 7mm Magnum. Going to run the 162 ELDXs. But eventually I'm going to go to all match bullets, even for my hunting rifles. So just, yeah, there's a tip for you guys. Yeah, but I love that 300 Win. Can't wait to get it out, make a few videos and maybe some hunting videos as well. Going to go on a hunt soon once the bloody Gladys lets us out. So, you know.
yeah, exactly. That'd be good. Okay, so we'll share this. This is from the National Shooting Council. They are representing and helping this guy out. So a memo to the New South Wales Police. Please understand what discrimination is. One of the great things about shooting is equality. Men, women, young, old, young, able-bodied and disabled can compete on a level playing field without questioning ability. That is true. However, New South Wales Registry seems to disagree with that idea. Instead, it has seen fit to dictate to at least one wheelchair shooter that he is and is not physically able to do based on assumptions. Okay, there goes, telling a wheelchair shooter what they can and can't do. Patrick, not his real name, is a pistol shooter at Sydney St Mary's Range. It's where you used to shoot, didn't you, Jason?
Yeah, I go there sometimes, yeah.
He and his pistol license, he's had his pistol license since 2016 and enjoys shooting and is always trying to better his own scores, just like the rest of us. In fact, hopes to eventually get into competition shooting on a regular basis. However, unlike able-bodied shooters, the registry has decided that because he's in a wheelchair, he can only store his pistol at the range and not allowed to bring it home. I wonder if that would be different if he had rifles instead of pistols. If they just, they seem to get their panties in a bunch about pistols, don't they?
Yeah.
And where are we? Pat has a rare type of brittle bone disorder that confines him to a wheelchair. He is his treating professor has written in a medical report that he is pleased that Patrick has been able to achieve considerable independence. The professor also noted that he strongly supports the flexibility which he has been awarded by his being able to store his firearms at home, which is true. It's a psychological thing as well. So his property and he's being treated like less of a person, isn't he? That's basically what I see, the poor bugger. He's treat him like a second-class citizen because he's in a wheelchair. What did he do? Doesn't make him any less than anyone else out there of us. And noted that Pat took up target shooting because, given his disability, and it gave him considerable confidence and able to attempt to excel in a particular activity. Exactly, it's one of the only activities that it's a level playing field, and you don't have to be 100% able-bodied to be able to participate with everybody else. Now, whether you're sitting down in a wheelchair or standing up shooting a gun doesn't really make any difference at all.
Yeah. This happens. Don't know about reading the rest. We've already, that's pretty much the whole thing, right? But yeah. I want to talk about just a quick story. This actually happened, not what happened to me. I was at a Bunnings in my local area, probably going on 5 years. I'm actually friends with this person on Facebook now. So I was at Bunnings walking around. He said, "Hello, Jason." I said, "Who the hell is this guy? Have I seen this guy somewhere before?" His name was, I won't say his name actually, but he approached me and said, he had it. Basically, this guy's one of the nicest blokes you'll ever meet, comes from a great family. Anyway, he was at his house. His uncle has mental health his family doesn't. So his uncle got out of the home, came to their house, acting like a bit of a pork chop. Obviously had a bit of a mental episode. They called the police. Everything was fine. And then basically police came back the next day and they seized their guns. And they're like, well, what did we do? Because the uncle apparently pulled out some sort of butter knife from the home and started waving it around. But, the family is normal. They just had a family member that's, getting care for a mental health issue and has mental health. He doesn't live at the home. Anyway, long story short, he goes, mate, they took my guns. We got them back, but they said we had to store them at the range. The same thing that's happening to this guy now. Anyway, I said, listen, man, best thing you can do is I gave him the person of a lawyer who's very well renowned in the firearms industry here in New South Wales. I said, go see this guy. It doesn't sound right to me. They're putting these conditions on people's licenses that they can't have the guns at home. So he'd have to go to the local. If he wanted to go hunting, he'd have to go to the local range and then, go pick up the gun. And then if he's coming back at 3 a.m. in the morning, what can you do? You can't get access to the firearms only between business hours. So anyway, he went to the solicitor. Long story short, the solicitor advocated on his behalf, and as soon as the solicitor got involved, they instantly dropped the condition on his license that he could not have them at home. So he basically said, listen, you drop the condition or we'll be going to court, and we'll be, again, family didn't do anything wrong. Great people. None of the family have criminal records. Lovely people. Unfortunately, they have a person in their family that's got a mental health condition that isn't a home, that doesn't live at the property. And they said, we put these conditions on your license that you can't have the guns at home. And that was overturned, thankfully, very quickly. So seems like a very, very similar situation. So if I was, if we're getting support for, even though his name's not Patrick, his real name, Patrick needs to seek a lawyer and immediately get the police to drop this condition off their licenses, because they believe people that are weak and they don't have the resources to be able to defend themselves, which is sometimes true because they've got our money. They're using our taxpayer monies against us to take our guns off us and put these unreasonable conditions on us.
Yep, exactly. No, where do they get their advice from? What did they base this on? Are they medical experts? Did the police know anything about this? Where do they get this ridiculous assumption from? Like his own professor who treats him says it's absolutely fine, and he does remarkable things. So it's crazy. It's just, I reckon it's also to do with owning a pistol. As I said, they get their panties in a bunch about pistols. They just don't want us to have pistols, handguns at all, do they?
No. And and someone said, here, Mr. Probing said self-defense is illegal in Australia, but like none of those cases, or this is nothing to do with self-defense in these type of cases. Even in the guy that I know's case, the firearms were nothing in that condition. Nothing happened. Like no one pulled out a firearm. No one spoke about firearms. It was just they turned up 2 days later and go, oh, you got guns here. Yeah. Oh, we need to seize them. Why? The guy doesn't live here. He's in a home, like he's in a home and he got out of the home and came back to a family member's house. What can they do about it? Nothing. You know what I mean? All they could do is call the police and then have him. Obviously, they love their uncle. They love him to death, but he has mental health issues, which happens to some people. It just is what it is. Doesn't mean you take their guns off them. They're not. They love their uncle. It's not calling the police to press charges. They're calling the police to take him back to the home because that's what they need to do. Just common sense stuff.
Exactly. Well, it does go on here. The NSC says when Patrick first contacted the NSC, we encouraged him to start the process, and they lodged a thing with NCAT to sort this thing out. So once again, the NSC is helping one of its members out, which is really good. But I used to shoot with a disabled shooter. He was basically blind, and like blind. And he could hardly see the targets, and his wife would he had a lever action with a laser on it. His wife would help him aim where the laser hit the target, and he would shoot. And he'd been at the pistol club for years doing this. One day the cops took all his guns off him, and I think he went to court as well and won them all back. And the cops weren't happy about that, but controlled environment. So, and another shooter, his wife there, licensed shooter, was next to him at all times in control. They got to realize this.
Go.
Well, they got to realize that for a lot of disabled people, this is a relief. This is their enjoyment. This is what keeps them going. This is something a major part of their life. It's also psychological. They're out in the community. They're participating with other people, and they enjoy it. And you can't just take that away from someone.
Well, what's next? I mean, this is a slippery slope. I mean, what's next? Oh, yeah, sorry, guys. You're black. We're going to take your gun off you because you're black, or, you're gay. We're going to take your gun off you because you're gay. Or what's next? Or you're trans. We're going to take your gun off you because you're trans. Where's this going to end, this lunacy? I mean, absolute lunacy. I mean, when do we put people's either conditions or their personal lifestyle choices that aren't breaking the law where they deserve to have their gun license taken off them? I mean, it's hideous. I mean, we're one in all. It doesn't matter what creed or what, where you come from or what you do or what your skin color is or anything. We all love shooting. That's what it's all about. So at the end of the day, I mean, listen, someone, in the situation, if the guy was blind and he had full, help at the range, I don't have a problem with it, provided it's safe, which this was under range supervision of his licensed wife shooter. What is the problem? What's the problem here?
Yeah, they seem like just always trying to find something. We're the most law-abiding people in the country, and they've done reports on it a few years ago, and it came out gun owners are the most law-abiding, most honest people, criminal-free people there is in Australia. And yet we get treated like we're dirt and we are criminals in waiting. We get treated just as bad. We're on registries. We're on watch lists. Aren't we on the same watch list as pedophiles and all that because we're gun owners? They got some, like their registries all linked to it. It's like just bloody ridiculous.
Yeah. Who knows, man? Who knows what happened? I mean, I'm pretty sure they've got the disabled Olympics and they do shooting too, don't they? So, I mean, it's, pretty much an Olympic sport. People that have got disabilities aren't excluded. Why would you exclude somebody with a disability that probably, hard done by life, I guess, in a certain way? Some do, some don't. Some are living functional lives and they just live with their disability and they don't see themselves as having a disability. It's fine, great. I don't see the issue.
Well, maybe maybe Patrick could train up and represent us in the Brisbane Olympics in 10 years' time.
Yeah, that's it, Patrick. Get in there, mate. Start shooting. But again, this is just this is why I keep saying week after week after week, we wish we had a big fat rat like Clive Palmer, just a gun-owning Clive Palmer, like a good one, not a bad Clive Palmer like the existing one, that had millions of dollars that could give us money just to fight these erroneous laws, constantly having these people in court day in, day out. Every day we've got a court case running against them. That's what it should be. But again, that's why we say join the NSC. But their money's not growing out of their bums, so they need money to be able to do these cases, while the other organisations sit on their quinces on on large sums of money as well. So that's what again, terrible.
Yeah, get down in the comments, guys, and tell us whether this sort of thing has happened to you or someone you know. Just want to thank Sonic. He laid the super chat quite a while ago. Sonic Boom. Mate, I think the reason those channels are getting views despite the numbers of subbies is because you've been shadow banned, including your own. Conservatives cop it every day. Go hard, guys. Yeah, I've definitely been shadow banned on every platform, I reckon. That's for sure.
You know what's interesting too? I mean, I want to talk about this a couple of weeks ago as well. There's a couple of guys that I follow, unrelated to shooting. Some of them have got 2, 3, 4, 5, 600,000. In one case, one guy's got 1 point, or maybe more. It's actually more than that. I think it's 1.9 was 2.2 million, and he gets like 2,000 views a video. I'm like, how on earth did you get 2 million subscribers to get basically stuff all views? I don't get it, man. I just don't know what. But you think normally a subscriber rate you'd be getting a couple 100,000 views minimum for 2 million. But like 10% of that be what, 200,000 views per video. He's getting 2,000 views per video, and I'm like, that's not very good. How on earth does this happen?
Well, there are subscriber farms out there where you pay them, and they will. They got masses of accounts, pre-made accounts, and they will add them to your subscriber base. So you can always tell. A lot of subscribers, no views like that. He's probably paid to get those subscribers. Same with Instagram's a big one. The big Instagram farms, you pay like $1,000 and you get 100,000 new subscribers overnight. But every time you lay a post, you might get 5 people looking at it. And that's the way you can tell what they've done.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, but we don't want to be discriminated against. I mean, it's almost like a sport for the government to treat us the way they do. I mean, they wouldn't dare treat black people, gays, trans, anyone that's a bit a bit on the different side. You know what I mean? Like I guess guns. We're different, aren't we? We're cool, but we're different.
Yeah, exactly. We're normal different. But, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, we don't do that to other people. So why do we do it to disabled people just because they're firearms owners? But let us know what you think in the comments. We'll read out a couple of your comments about what you guys think about this.
As Matt took friends' guns, obviously, because of parking fines. Yeah, they take them on all sorts of fines, and speeding fines is a big thing. If you get too many a few speeding tickets, don't have to be going very fast. But they pull the excuse that if you can't, obey road rules, you can't obey firearms laws. It's just too easy for them to make this bullshit up.
Yeah, got another one. Guy spoke to me on the phone 3 days ago, messaged me and said, do I know a lawyer? So long story short, there was an assault charge on him, $500 fine, 17 years ago. So fairly long time, you would say, like 17 years, long time. No re-offences since then. Had his gun license. They didn't even take the gun license off him for the assault offence. He gave it up about probably 3 months later. And I don't know why that he did that. I said you should have kept it because you probably wouldn't be in this situation now. He waited 12 months for his gun license from New South Wales just the other day. And, he's been rejected based on that assault. And on the four driving offences since 1996. So be very careful out there, guys, what you do and don't do, what you say. They're itching to take your gun license off you. Again, normally records basically for gun ownership in Australia, especially New South Wales, are expunged after 10 years, but 17 years with not one offence other than some minor traffic offence, 4 in 24, 25 years, and they've used that as a reason not to give him a gun license. So, yeah, okay, assault's not great, obviously. It was a long time ago. People learn. Why are you still rejecting licenses beyond the 10-year period? But again, this comes back as well to the guy that in Borkham Hills, can't remember his name, shot his whole family. Registry gave him approval to have a gun. So now basically they're erring on the side of caution, it would seem, and just rejecting everything they possibly can. Why they're referring to traffic offences is ridiculous. Again, they're not a jailable offence unless you have like 400 of them or however many it is. So, yeah, Colin Penfold said, it was John Edwards. That's right. He killed himself, his 2 kids, and then the wife committed suicide a year later. So what they do is they stop us from enjoying our sport. They start going tough because of their failure to identify why a guy shouldn't have had his gun license in that respect. And for John Edwards too, who's the guy that shot his kids, to had what was it called, the commissioner's approval. He must have had something going on that was of serious nature for them to warrant having to have the commissioner's permit. So again, another failure. But 17 years ago, I think it's a bit off, to be honest. And gave him the solicitor, and hopefully he fights it in court and wins. We'll see.
Yeah, and here's Tom Block. They took mine because my nephew stayed with me for the night, and I didn't know that he got in a little bit of trouble with the law. Got them back over a year. Took over a year to get him back. Jeez.
Tom, let us know in the comments. Let us know what state that's in.
Yeah. Rustin, wheelchair users, has lots of stories of discrimination in the shooting world, both with police and clubs. Yep, I could definitely understand that. Just it's just a shame that we just attacked continuously. It's always someone or something in the shooting community is always being attacked by the authorities.
Yeah. Well, Andy said it here too. He goes, why do you have to fight for a year to get your legally attained items back when you just have to fill out a form to take them? There should be a due process on both sides. Well, that's the problem, mate. They're using our taxpayer funds against us. They've got unlimited funds. Charge you, take your guns away, ask questions later, make you get a lawyer, spend tens of thousands of dollars, if not more. So that's what they do, mate. They use the system against you. I think my system would be, I'll be changing the law to say if the state prosecutes you through the DPP, if they lose, they have to pay your costs regardless of what the offence is. You can't just throw things behind the DPP's pushing it through. If they don't get a conviction, well, okay, bad luck, not a big deal. No, you'll pay the costs of the other party as well. So then they'll think long and hard before they start throwing willy-nilly cases towards people that they just can't prosecute. And if they don't prosecute successfully, well, then you've got to pay the other person's costs. That's it. Because if you don't prosecute successfully, then obviously the offence didn't take place.
Yeah, exactly.
If the offence took place, right, then it'll be easy to prove and you won't have to pay court costs. I don't see the issue.
John's got a good thing. Police officers get traffic tickets whilst working. They don't lose their work weapons or any licenses. Exactly. One rule for them, one rule for us.
Yeah, there we go. Matt said the same thing. Took me a year and 3 appearances in court to get my gun license for something that happened over 20 years ago. I didn't give up and had some help from a top cop and eventually got it over the line. Well, there you go. Exactly. That's what you need to do. It just sucks. We've got to pay through our bums to, continually use our own money while they use our taxpayer money to fight against us because they just don't care because it's an unlimited resources of funds. But maybe if our organisation starts standing up and start saying, no, we're going to fight everything, and their budget starts blowing out from hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars because they keep fighting us each year, perhaps they might just back off from law-abiding shooters. Wouldn't that be nice? We're good law-abiding people. We don't deserve this.
Yep, exactly. Now they're using. We talked about this, I reckon, in one of when COVID and the gun shops were closed down. I'm pretty sure we talked about this. You watch if we disobey any of these future COVID stuff, which is sure we're going to bring them in. We predicted all this what was happening. They're going to come after our gun licenses, and here they are. Don't wear a face nappy, lose your gun license. Jeez, it's just ridiculous. Like I got fuel this morning, and I thought I'd lost my my facial muzzle, and I didn't know what to do. That if I don't have it, how do I go in and pay for my fuel? And it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, Marto 3787 said they lose the case, you should pay for our legal fees. Exactly. A lot of you guys remember I did an interview on my podcast with Brad Towner from Arm in Heaven about gel blasters in New South Wales. I mean, he's out spending about $125,000 to fight the police. And guess what happened, guys? Guess what happened? Not guilty in record time, less than 24 minutes of deliberation from a jury. He was found not guilty and free to go. But mind you, spent $125,000. Now he resides in Queensland selling gel blasters now to people in Queensland. But again, you lost the case in 24 minutes. You should be paying him his $125K back. That's what I reckon. But, again, the government will never approve laws like that because they don't want to pay any money.
Well, as we know, they only prosecute because they've got to keep themselves in work, even if it's frivolous and they know it, but it's more work for them. Now, if they're not going to if they pick and choose exactly what is worth prosecuting, there'll be less work for them, so they could be out of a job. It's trying to justify their employment.
Yeah.
Here's a good one.
Go.
Epic Flyer. Surely those major disabled advocate agencies could help out our shooters. Exactly.
Well, no, because they're shooters. Heaven forbid. You got to have some other ailment other than being disabled for the, for the disabled probably people that advocate for him to even want to get involved.
And here's Tom saying he had to move house to get his guns back. Bloody ridiculous.
Well, even Zach Hunt said, he goes, they would only pass the cost on somewhere else anyway. Yeah, exactly. What fines, speed cameras, idiots sitting in vans with speed cameras and so forth. Yeah, there's always, mate, this country. Listen, man, I hate to say it, man. I love my country, Aaron. I do. Most people love the country, but, mate, in the last 20 years, it's gone to shit. People ask me, should I move to Australia? I'd say, God, no. God, no. If you like beaches and you don't planning on doing anything controversial like guns or fireworks or, exotic animals or something, whatever you're interested in, don't come to Australia, mate. Don't come to Australia. It's not what it used to be. Come for a holiday, head back to America or some other freedom-loving country. Don't bother. I wouldn't tell people to move here, would you?
No, I don't tell anyone to move here. I've talked to a few Americans who think, would like to move to Australia, nicer country. I said, well, if you like shooting, what do you mean? We have guns for self-defense. We don't have anything like that over here at all. And they go, bugger that. We're not coming here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Phantom HD. I love the old Australia. Yeah, mate, agreed. It's not what it used to be. It's sad, man. Like I used to grow up in the night. I'm born in 81. And, I was only young, obviously, in the 80s, 90s. Then pretty much in the mid-90s, late 90s, it started to go to shit. Early 2000. Now it's all just woke PC crap, face snappies, media fear-mongering. What happened to our country, man?
Yep, exactly. Here's Mickey G. I'm a C5, C4 quad. I shoot IBR 22 competition and beat the able body shooters with a Ruger 77-22 and a Tasco target scope against the N Schultz 5K setups. Good on you. Good stuff. And we've said this many a time. You don't need all the expensive whiz-bang stuff to do well. Like you look at that PRS stuff. The shooter that I talked to, he wiped the floor with these clowns and basically got snobbed and wouldn't talk to him, and he just basically an off the shelf Hauer and just absolutely wiped the floor with him. First time he shot it, and all these guys with ones, Schmidt and Bender scopes, basically spat on him, wouldn't give him the time of day, wouldn't even talk to him afterwards. You don't need top of the line stuff to get in there and win. I know a guy who shoots competition clays with a $500 plastic Escort gun, the synthetic stock, and he does really well.
Yeah, that's right. Good stuff. I mean, it's good he's winning with his good stuff. I love that. I love to see I remember years ago when I had my Cat C, I was using the Remington 870 pump shotgun, and I was beating guys using their Blazer shotguns, man, 10, 12K, shotguns, or their Parazzi MX8s or whatever, MX12 or whatever they are. And, man, I was like 200 and, they'd look at you going, oh, what's this idiot doing with this pump shotgun on sporting clays? Holy shit, man, I'd get like 24 out of 25 and they'd go, holy crap, you know what I mean? Like I go, yeah, man, well, what's that worth? And I go, mate, nowhere near as much as yours, put it that way.
Yeah, exactly. Epic Flyer, this has been said before. Let's just form our own gun-friendly territory and common sense laws and all the goodies. I love Australia, just not the politics. Yeah, that would be nice, but what state is going to ever give up their stranglehold on the peasants? Really, they wouldn't do it.
Yeah, well, they've pushed people to the limit and what they would deal with, and I'm actually pretty disappointed with my fellow Australians, to be honest. The things they're putting up with and don't want to do anything. Look what's happening in France and those sort of countries. They're just not standing for it anymore. They're getting out there in 30, 40,000 people, and there's nothing that police can do about it because they just don't have enough numbers. People are dictating what happens. But you get those rallies in Victoria, they got like 1,000 people. It's just not enough people.
Yeah, exactly. And how many times have we heard this? Colin Penfold, Golden Rifle Club, the old FUD there told me I needed $11,000 or I wouldn't win. And they didn't like tactical rifles or camo. We've heard that several times, haven't we?
Yeah, that's right.
Especially in the shotgun community, I think it seems really important. You must have top of the line shotgun gear. I'm sorry.
Anyway, use that super chat, the Bush Ranger. Yep.
Yep. The NT has, thank you for the super chat. The NT has the lowest population in Australia. All shooters who want better laws and to scrap the NFA should go there. Yeah, if they do scrap the NFA, I'd be there in a heartbeat. Don't know about you, Jason, with the heat.
A bit humid, but I don't mind the heat, just don't like the humidity. But yeah, it's the same thing, man. I mean, if we could change a state, but again, politicians control all the states. But if I was in charge of the state, I'd have the most competitive state going. I'd have these guns. I'd have all the 3-gun competitions. I'd have the gel blasters. I'd have the what's the other one? Airsoft. With the shit, the plastic ball? Airsoft. I'd have airsoft. I'd have business coming into my state. People would want to live in my state. I'd have fireworks. I'd have everything. You'd be wanting to live in my state, and then other states would be going, "Oh, we can't bring industry here." Well, that's because everything's banned. You bastard.
Yeah. Low business tax. All righty, we'll call this a night, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching. Sorry about the computer glitch. I've got to pretty much sort the computer out. Very sorry about that. So have a fantastic week. Big thank you to Jason once again for coming on. It's always a pleasure to have him here. And it's always a pleasure seeing you guys. So we will be back next Wednesday night. Take care and have a good and safe week. Thank you very much.